Seniors, do you still believe that putting everything in the fridge is always safe? You might want to rethink that by the end of this video, because today we are revealing a shocking secret that could completely change the way you look at your kitchen. For decades, we have been conditioned to believe that the refrigerator is the ultimate preservation tool, a magical box that keeps our groceries fresh, crisp, and perfectly safe for consumption. But what if I told you that this deeply ingrained daily habit is actually silently ruining your health and destroying the nutritional value of the foods you rely on for longevity and vitality? 99% of adults make this massive common mistake every single day, completely unaware that they are turning perfectly healthy ingredients into harmful, nutrient-depleted shadows of their former selves. We are going to strip away the myths and dive into the unbelievable truth about proper food storage, exposing the hidden dangers lurking right behind your refrigerator door. Before we get into this crucial countdown, I want to welcome you to our growing community of health-conscious seniors. So please drop a quick comment below with your age and location so we can see where everyone is tuning in from today. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our insider health secrets. You are going to be absolutely shocked by the items on this list, especially when we reach the highly anticipated food number 2, which involves a massive, unseen danger that you are almost certainly exposing yourself to right now. So make sure you stick around to the very end to protect yourself and your family. Let us start our countdown with number 9, which is potatoes, a beloved staple in countless households that should absolutely never be subjected to the cold environment of your refrigerator. When you place potatoes in the crisper drawer, the chilly temperatures trigger a highly detrimental chemical reaction known as cold-induced sweetening, where the complex, healthy starches within the potato are rapidly broken down into simple sugars. While this might not sound immediately dangerous, the real threat emerges when you take those refrigerated potatoes and cook them at high temperatures, whether you are roasting, baking, or frying them, because those newly formed simple sugars react violently with the amino acids present in the potato to form a highly toxic compound called acrylamide. Acrylamide is a well-documented carcinogen, meaning that by simply storing your potatoes in the fridge, you are unknowingly increasing your risk of developing serious health complications later in life. Furthermore, the dark, damp, and cold environment of the refrigerator can stimulate the production of solanine, another harmful and potentially toxic glycoalkaloid that not only gives the potato an incredibly bitter, unappetizing taste, but can also cause severe gastrointestinal distress, nausea, and headaches, completely ruining what should be a comforting and nutritious meal. To protect your health and avoid this dangerous mistake, you must keep your potatoes in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated pantry, completely far away from your refrigerator. If you have been making this dangerous mistake and storing your potatoes in the fridge all these years, drop a quick comment below with the number 9 to prove your retention and let us know that we are not alone in this learning process. Moving right along to number 8 on our list, we have another incredibly common household item that suffers immensely in the cold, and that is bread. Many seniors mistakenly believe that the refrigerator will prevent their bread from molding, but the reality is that the cold temperatures instantly spoil the delicate texture and significantly accelerate a highly technical process known as starch retrogradation. Starch retrogradation occurs when the starch molecules within the bread crystallize in the cold, essentially forcing all the vital moisture out of the bread and leaving it incredibly dry, tough, crumbly, and completely stale in a fraction of the time it would take if it were simply left on the kitchen counter. This process completely destroys the soft, pillowy texture that makes bread so enjoyable, turning your expensive artisanal loaves or even standard sandwich bread into an inedible waste of money and resources. The fear of unknowingly wasting food is a major concern for many of us, but refrigerating your bread is a guaranteed way to ruin it silently. Instead of subjecting your bread to the harsh, moisture-stripping environment of the fridge, you should store it in a dedicated bread box at room temperature to maintain its optimal freshness. Or if you know you will not be able to consume the entire loaf within a few days, you should freeze it entirely, as freezing actually pauses the starch retrogradation process rather than accelerating it. If you are still watching and finding this information incredibly helpful, I want you to comment 8 right now to show your micro-commitment to improving your daily habits. Coming in at number 7, we have honey, an absolute miracle of nature and a true superfood that boasts an incredibly long shelf life, essentially remaining perfectly edible for centuries if stored correctly. However, putting honey in the refrigerator is a catastrophic mistake that will completely ruin its natural consistency and essentially destroy its soul, turning a beautiful, free-flowing liquid gold into a rock-hard, unusable block. The cold temperatures of the fridge force the natural sugars within the honey to undergo rapid crystallization, a process that causes the glucose to separate from the water and form thick, gritty crystals that make the honey impossible to squeeze, spread, or stir into your morning tea or oatmeal. While crystallized honey is not technically harmful or toxic to consume, the sheer inconvenience and the destruction of its perfect, luxurious texture make refrigerating it a complete waste of this magnificent natural resource. Honey thrives in a standard room temperature environment, preferably in a dark pantry, where its incredible natural enzymes, antioxidants, and potent antimicrobial properties can remain perfectly intact and ready to support your immune system and overall vitality. There is absolutely no scientific or practical reason to ever place honey in a cold environment. So rethink your pantry organization today. Let us move on to number 6, which is your beloved morning coffee. Whether you prefer whole roasted beans or pre-ground coffee, the refrigerator is without a doubt one of the most toxic and damaging places you could possibly store it. Coffee is incredibly porous and acts exactly like a dry sponge, meaning it will aggressively absorb any moisture, condensation, and pungent odors lingering inside your fridge, completely obliterating its carefully crafted flavor profile. When coffee is constantly moved in and out of the cold environment, condensation forms on the beans or grounds, and this introduced moisture causes the delicate, aromatic oils that give coffee its rich, complex flavor to degrade rapidly through a process called oxidation. This oxidation strips away the essential antioxidants and the vibrant, uplifting qualities of the coffee, leaving you with a flat, bitter, and stale cup that completely fails to deliver the joy and energy you rely on to start your day. To prevent this massive aromatic loss and protect your daily ritual, you must store your coffee in a completely airtight, opaque container in a dark, cool cupboard, entirely safe from the fluctuating temperatures and high humidity of the refrigerator. Let us do a quick mid-video check-in right now. Drop a quick comment below with the number 6 if you absolutely love your morning coffee and are committed to storing it the right way from now on. Number 5 is garlic, an incredibly powerful, flavor-packed ingredient that is absolutely essential in almost every savory dish, but one that suffers terribly when trapped inside the cold, humid confines of your refrigerator. The added moisture inside the crisper drawer creates the perfect breeding ground for mold, causing the garlic cloves to become soft, rubbery, and highly susceptible to rapid decay. But the true danger lies in what the cold does to the garlic on a microscopic level. Garlic contains a miraculous, health-boosting compound called allicin, which is responsible for its potent anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and cardiovascular benefits, making it a true medicinal powerhouse for seniors looking to maintain their longevity. However, the cold temperatures of the fridge significantly inhibit and reduce the production of allicin, silently stripping away the very medicinal power that makes garlic so incredibly beneficial for your heart and immune system. Storing garlic in the fridge is not just ruining your recipes. It is actively depriving your body of vital nutrients and protective compounds that you desperately need. You should always store your garlic heads whole, unpeeled, in a wire mesh basket or a breathable paper bag in a dry, dark, and well-ventilated area of your kitchen, where it can breathe and maintain its potent chemical structure. Number 4 brings us to bananas, a staple fruit that many people mistakenly toss into the fridge in a desperate attempt to make them last longer, completely unaware that they are triggering a highly destructive physiological response known as chilling injury. Bananas are tropical fruits that are biologically completely unequipped to handle cold temperatures, and when they are subjected to the chill of the refrigerator, the cold instantly paralyzes the natural ripening enzymes, stopping the ripening process dead in its tracks. Simultaneously, the low temperatures severely damage the delicate cell walls of the banana peel, causing the release of enzymes that oxidize and turn the entire peel completely black in a matter of hours. While the flesh inside might technically remain safe to eat for a short period, the texture quickly becomes unpleasantly mushy, and the complex, sweet flavor development is permanently stunted, leaving you with a highly disappointing piece of fruit. Furthermore, bananas are heavy producers of ethylene gas, a natural plant hormone that accelerates ripening, and when trapped in the enclosed, cold space of a refrigerator, this concentrated ethylene gas can rapidly overripen and rot the other delicate produce stored nearby, essentially acting as a silent destroyer of your fresh groceries. Keep your bananas out on the kitchen counter, allowing them to ripen naturally at room temperature. And if you want to slow down the ripening process without causing chilling injury, simply wrap the stems tightly in plastic wrap to contain the release of the ethylene gas. Coming in at number 3, we have onions, another absolute kitchen essential that shares a very similar tragic fate to garlic when subjected to the cold, unforgiving environment of the refrigerator. Onions require a significant amount of proper air circulation to maintain their crisp, firm texture, and the highly humid environment of the fridge causes them to rapidly absorb moisture, turning them incredibly soft, mushy, and completely unappetizing. Even more shocking and dangerous is the fact that this damp, cold environment makes onions highly susceptible to the growth of dangerous fungal spores, significantly increasing the potential risk of developing mycotoxins and aflatoxins on the decaying, papery layers of the onion. These microscopic toxins are extremely harmful to your health and can cause severe respiratory and digestive issues if unknowingly consumed, making the simple act of refrigerating an onion a deeply concerning health hazard. Furthermore, onions emit strong, sulfurous gases that can easily permeate the thin skins of other fruits and vegetables in your fridge, completely tainting the flavor of your entire grocery haul. Onions must always be kept in a cool, dry, dark, and exceptionally well-ventilated place, and you must ensure they are stored completely separate from your potatoes, as the specific gases they emit will cause a chemical reaction that makes both items rot and spoil at an incredibly rapid, alarming rate. Now, we have finally arrived at the unbelievable food number 2, the highly anticipated item that I promised would absolutely shock you to your core and completely revolutionize your understanding of food storage, and that food is tomatoes. Most people naturally assume that refrigerating tomatoes is the best way to keep them firm and fresh, but the cold actually completely shuts down the vital, flavor-producing genes within the fruit, permanently destroying its culinary value. Specifically, temperatures that drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit completely halt the production of crucial volatile compounds and enzymes, effectively destroying the tomato's natural, vibrant aroma and its complex, sweet, and acidic taste, leaving you with a bland, flavorless orb that adds absolutely nothing to your meals. But the devastation does not stop at the flavor, because the cold temperatures also physically alter the chemical structure of the tomato, leading to a massive, significant decrease in lycopene, which is the incredibly powerful, essential antioxidant that gives tomatoes their deep red color and is scientifically proven to protect your cardiovascular health, fight off free radicals, and significantly lower the risk of various cancers. By putting your tomatoes in the fridge, you are literally freezing away their cancer-fighting properties and stripping away their status as a nutritional superfood. Additionally, the harsh cold severely damages the fragile cell structure of the tomato walls, causing the water inside to expand and rupture the cells, which turns the perfectly juicy flesh into a mealy, grainy, and highly unappetizing mush that will completely ruin your salads and sandwiches. Never, ever put your tomatoes in the fridge. Always leave them out on the counter at room temperature, completely away from direct, harsh sunlight, to preserve their incredible taste and their vital, life-saving nutrients. Finally, reaching the absolute pinnacle of our countdown at number 1, we have avocados, a highly prized, expensive, and incredibly nutrient-dense fruit that suffers catastrophic damage when improperly stored in the refrigerator. If you place an unripe, rock-hard avocado in the fridge, the cold temperatures will completely and permanently halt the natural ripening process, meaning it will never soften, it will never develop its signature creamy texture, and it will remain completely inedible forever, wasting your hard-earned money. But even worse, the the cold temperatures induce a highly destructive chemical reaction known as lipid peroxidation, a process that severely damages and oxidizes the incredibly healthy monounsaturated fats that make avocados such a vital, indispensable superfood for maintaining your cognitive function, brain health, and cardiovascular vitality as a senior. This lipid peroxidation actively destroys the nutritional integrity of the avocado, robbing you of the essential healthy fats your body desperately needs to fight inflammation and support overall longevity. Additionally, the cold environment triggers a stress response within the avocado's cells, releasing a specific, damaging enzyme called polyphenol oxidase, which reacts with the oxygen and the phenolic compounds in the fruit to create highly unappealing, dark brown streaks throughout the green flesh, accompanied by an incredibly bitter, off-putting taste that completely ruins the eating experience. If you want to harness the full, incredible power of this brain-boosting your avocados to perfectly ripen on the kitchen counter at room temperature, and only ever consider moving them to the fridge for a day or two once they are already fully ripe and you need to briefly pause the process before eating them. It is absolutely critical that you rethink these deeply ingrained, harmful storage habits and take immediate action to protect the nutritional value of your food, because your daily vitality, your cognitive longevity, and your overall physical health depend heavily on the quality and the chemical integrity of the ingredients you consume every single day. We have covered a massive amount of crucial, scientific information today, from the dangerous acrylamide in cold potatoes to the tragic destruction of lycopene in refrigerated tomatoes, and I want to hear your thoughts on everything we have discussed. Drop a quick comment below right now and tell us which of these 9 shockingly common foods surprised you the most, and how you are going to change your kitchen habits moving forward to protect yourself and your family. Your feedback helps us build a stronger, more informed community, so do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends who might be making these exact same dangerous mistakes, and absolutely subscribe to our channel for more amazing, science-backed health tips, nutritional secrets, and longevity advice tailored specifically for seniors who want to thrive. Protect your longevity, preserve your vitality, and start treating your superfoods with the respect they deserve starting right now. Today, by keeping them far away from the destructive cold of your refrigerator.